I want you to think about a woman you know. Maybe it's your friend, maybe it's your sister, maybe it's your colleague, the one who always has it together, always delivers, always shows up. Or maybe, and stay with me here, maybe it's you. Because there is a specific type of woman that I want to talk about today. A woman that I see everywhere. A woman that the world looks at and sees strength and capability and composure. And a woman who is underneath all of it, carrying something that nobody around her fully understands. I'm Tiffany, and today we are having a conversation that I think a lot of women need to hear. Not because it is uncomfortable, but because it is true. And because the moment you hear it, really hear it, something might finally make sense. Let me describe her. And as I do, I want you to notice how your body responds. Because sometimes we recognize ourselves not in our heads, but somewhere deeper. She is the one everyone calls. Not because she put her hand up for the role. She just never said no. And over time, the calls kept coming and she kept answering. And now that is simply who she is to the people around her. The reliable one, the capable one, the one who handles it. She manages her career, she manages her home, she shows up for her family without being asked, she is present for her friends, remembers what they are going through, checks in, holds space. She is the emotional backbone of every relationship she is in. She does not miss things, she does not drop things, she does not let people down. And somehow along the way, that became not just what she does, but who she is. And here's what nobody sees. Underneath all of that showing up, all of that delivering, all of that being everything to everyone, she is exhausted. Not the kind of exhausted that a weekend fixes, the deep kind. The kind that has been accumulating so quietly and for so long that she almost stopped noticing it. Almost. Because there are moments, usually late at night, usually when the world has finally gone quiet, where something in her surfaces. Not dramatically, just a quiet, persistent ache. A feeling she cannot quite name, and before it gets too loud, she buries it. Finds something to do and moves on. She has gotten very good at burying it. She did not arrive here overnight. This is something that we built slowly, through years of personality and environment and the quiet messages she absorbed about what a good woman looks like. Maybe she was the responsible one growing up, the eldest daughter, the one who figures things out without making a fuss, the one who learned not from anyone saying it directly, but from everything around her, that being capable was how you earned your place, that being needed was how you stayed close to the people you loved. And the world rewarded her for it. At school, she was the dependable one. At work, she was the one who got things done and so got handed more things to do. In her relationships, she was the strong one. And so the weight kept shifting toward her. And because she could handle it, nobody questioned whether she should have to. Here is the paradox that nobody warns her about. The more together she appears, the less people think to check on her. The more capable she seems, the less anyone asks what she needs. The more she carries, the more gets added. And slowly, without anyone meaning for it to happen, she becomes completely alone inside a life that looks full. She is surrounded and she is lonely, and those two things exist in her at exactly the same time. And the cruelest part? The people around her are not cruel people. They're just comfortable. They have gotten used to her being fine. They have stopped asking because she has always been fine. And she has watched that happen and quietly absorbed it as confirmation that this is just how it is for her. I want to describe what falling apart on the inside actually looks like for her. Because it is not dramatic, it is not a breakdown. It is so quiet that even the people closest to her do not notice. And honestly, sometimes she does not notice either. It looks like laughing at a dinner table, while carrying something heavy she has not told a single person about. Because she does not want to bring the energy down. Because everyone else seems okay. Because she does not want to be the complicated one. It looks like lying awake at 2 a.m. with a mind that will not stop. Running through everything she needs to do, everything she should have done differently, everything that is resting on her shoulders, while the world sleeps peacefully around her because everyone knows she has it handled. It looks like bearing things so consistently, so automatically, for so long, that one day she realizes she has stopped feeling them altogether. Not because she has healed, not because she has processed anything, but because she has gotten so practiced at suppressing that her emotions have simply gone quiet. And she tells herself that it is strength, that it is her being unbothered, that it is being in control. But it is not strength, it is numbness. And numbness is not the same thing as being okay. It is what happens when a person has been carrying things alone for so long that there is no room left to feel anything new. It looks like a deep and chronic loneliness that exists even when she is surrounded by people who love her. Because being loved and being truly seen are not the same thing. And when you have spent years showing the world only your capable, composed handling itself, you start to wonder if anyone actually knows who you are underneath that. She wonders, in quiet, when there is nobody left to perform for. So why doesn't she just ask for help? It seems so simple from the outside. Just say something. Just let someone in. Just put something down. It is not simple, and I think it is worth understanding why. Because the reasons are real and they deserve to be named. The first reason, she genuinely doesn't know how anymore. When a woman has been self-sufficient for long enough, asking for help stops feeling like an option. It starts to feel like a foreign language, like something other kinds of women do. The muscle has been unused for so long, it has almost disappeared. And vulnerability, the real kind, the kind that says, I am not okay and I need you, feels genuinely dangerous. The second reason, she is afraid of what happens to her identity if she stops. Because if the capable woman puts things down, who is she? Her reliability has become so central to how people see her and how she sees herself that the idea of not being that feels like losing something fundamental. What if she shows the struggle and people think less of her? What if she stops being strong and discovers she does not know who she is without it? And the third reason, the people around her have gotten so comfortable with her capability that they have quietly stopped offering. Not out of cruelty, just out of habit. Out of the assumption that she has it. And she has noticed that. She has felt the offers stop coming. And she has absorbed it as evidence that she is in this alone. So she keeps going. Because stopping feels more dangerous than continuing. Because the role has become the identity. Because she does not know what asking for help even looks like for someone like her. I want to talk about what she deserves. Because I do not think anyone says this to her enough. And I think she deserves to hear it. She deserves to be asked how she is. And to be asked in a way that means it. Not the passing, how are you? That expects fine back. But the sit down, look her in the eyes, no really, how are you actually doing kind of asking. She deserves to not be the only one holding things together. She deserves people in her life who notice when the weight is too heavy and who move toward her rather than assuming she is fine. She deserves softness. She deserves space to be uncertain, to be a mess, to not have the answer, to need something. She deserves to feel her own emotions again. Not perform them, not manage them, not suppress them until they go quiet. Actually feel them. Let them move through her. Let them mean something. Let them be information about her life rather than inconveniences to be managed. And she deserves to know, really know, somewhere deep, that her worth is not in her productivity, is not in her reliability, is not in what she handles or how well she handles it. She is not valuable because she is useful. She is valuable because she exists, because she is full, complex, feeling human being who deserves to take up space not just as the strong one, but as herself. She has been so busy being everything to everyone that she has almost forgotten that. If you watched this video and felt something, if something in here made your chest tight, or your eyes sting, or your mind go quiet, I want you to sit with that, because that feeling is not weakness, that feeling is recognition, and recognition is where everything begins to change. To the woman who is always fine, you are seen, not the fine version, the real version, the one who is tired and carrying things and wondering when it will be her turn to put something down. It is your turn. It has always been your turn. Leave a comment. Tell me if you recognized yourself in this. Tell me which part made you stop. Tell me about the woman in your life who needs to see this. I read every single comment and I want to hear from you. Share this with her. She probably won't share it herself because she's too busy making sure everyone else is okay. And subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you next week. Bye.